Hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. Christmas is coming. Will you be going on a trip? Last week I received a few audience inquiries from YouTube and Instagram regarding travel to Cuba. So I think people are doing their final research for their Christmas trip. So today I'm gonna interrupt my Guatemala video upload and talk about how to travel in Mexico by bus. Bus in this video means something like Greyhound, which you can travel from one state to another, but it's better. Mexico is quite a popular holiday destination. It's not just because it's closer. Mexico has a warmer climate, a lot of delicious food, very cheerful people, many beautiful historic sites, and the cost of living is relatively low. If your holiday is 1 week or more, I strongly suggest you to take a bus and explore the country instead of just staying in those all-inclusive resorts in Cancun. I will separate this video into two parts. First, I will give a little detail about the buses in Mexico with some clips and also the procedure from purchasing a ticket to boarding. This part is mainly for people who are not familiar with this kind of buses and do not speak any Spanish, so they can be aware of what they should do. Second, I will show you two websites that I use for finding buses. Timestamp is in the description box. Once in a while, I have people say to me, "Oh, you are in Mexico. What are you doing there?" "Oh, Mexico, is it safe?" "Oh, Mexico! Oh my God, be careful!" From my 7.5-month experience, Mexico is pretty safe. If you have concern about certain locations, just skip it. Mexico is a very big country. You can just start traveling from those popular destinations such as Mexico City, and from Mexico City you can take a bus to go to Teotihuacan, Puebla, and Taxco. I took buses to go across different states in Mexico. The duration is from 1 hour to 7 hours. There are so many bus companies in Mexico, but buses to get together in a central station, so it's quite organized. Every company has its own counter. When you purchase your ticket, you have to select your seat. For foreigners, sometimes they will ask for your passport. A few times I just showed them my digital copy and it was fine. The counter accepts cash and credit card. If you buy online in advance, it's a little cheaper. Normally I don't buy the ticket in advance because I am a very spontaneous person. However, if there are some important festivals like Day of Dead, Galagasa, yes, you better buy your ticket in advance to secure your trip. Short trips from Mexico City on the weekend are also popular. In the station, it should have convenience stores and some small restaurants. You will never get hungry in Mexico, remember that. Washroom is not free, you have to pay a few pesos. For storage, I only use the one in TAPO station in Mexico City. I'm not too sure if every station has a storage room because some stations are pretty small. If you have tickets from a company called ETN, they should have a little waiting area for their passengers so it can separate you from the crowd, and then you can depart directly from there. Another company is called ADO. For their platinum passengers, they provide a very comfortable lounge with TV, drinks, free washroom, and electrical socket. They also have Wi-Fi, but just in a certain spot. If you have big luggage, you can check in there as well. Remember to get a tag because you need it when you take back your luggage. For other companies, it depends on the station. Sometimes you leave your luggage before the security check. Sometimes you just bring it in front of the bus. You should be given a platform number when you purchase your ticket. So far, I don't see that they have a monitor to show the bus schedule like airport. Sometimes it can be quite chaotic. You might see people boarding at your platform 10 minutes before the schedule, but that's not your bus. So just ask. Better buses will offer you a bottle of water or soda and snack. If your bus is in longer hours, they might even give you a bread, a sandwich or something, and also a blanket. Some might even have a water station in the bus. When you are on good buses, you will have your own TV monitor, which has TV program, movies, as well as music. You can ask for a free headphone when you get your drink. If you buy your ticket online, you can just use your mobile ticket, otherwise it should be paper ticket. If my trip is 4 hours or more, I will pick the best bus. For those buses such as ETN and ADO Platinum, seat for each row is 2 and 1, while others is 2 and 2. It means that you will have a bigger space and you don't have to sit next to a stranger. The seats in those buses are way much nicer than those in airplane. Above the seats, there are some storage compartments. As far as I have seen, they are very flat, so I can never use it. So I put my hand carry right next to me, but since the seat is very spacious, I still feel very comfortable. Buses of ETN sometimes are double-deckers. First floor is basically for driver, 2 washrooms, a water dispenser, and then a few seats for passengers. For others, washrooms are always at the back. Some of them have 1, some of them have 2 separated male and female. Not every bus has a washroom. If it does, the driver will not stop for passengers during the trip. Nice buses also have a folded table, a headlamp, an electrical socket, and Wi-Fi, but don't rely on the Wi-Fi because when you're on the highway, you won't even receive any signal for your phone. So far, I found buses are very stable on the road and they are quite on time. When you arrive, just wait for your luggage, exchange it back with your tag, and leave a little tip. Some stations you need to order your taxi at the counter and pay there. Some don't. So I would say just ask your Airbnb and hotel how much you need to pay so you won't get scammed. As I mentioned earlier, there's so many bus companies in Mexico. It's quite frustrating to go to each website and look for the route. Next, I'm going to talk about 2 websites that I use to find buses. Each website has buses for certain companies. If you cannot find from one website, just search another one. The first one is called Viaja Más. You can switch it to English from the top right corner, and you have to type in the from and to locations in Spanish. If I type Mexico City, it doesn't work. I have to type in Ciudad de Mexico. I use Guanajuato as my destination here. Then I click the date. If you want to buy a round trip, switch it from one way to return, then you can click the return date. Change the number of passengers if you need to, then click search. First, you see the name of the bus company, the departure, and arrival information. Mexico has many stations. In here, the bus departs from Mexico North. The price is 10% off online. The little icons show what amenities the bus has. On the right hand side, it shows the duration. It's at 2 pesos, which means it is a double-decker. Let's click inside. You have to sign up first. It won't cost you anything, but when you purchase a ticket online or at the counter, you can earn points. Then you can use it to against your ticket. If you buy or redeem at the counter, they will need your username and password. So don't lose the email. I just logged in. This is the floor plan. You can see the row has only 3 seats and washroom is on the first floor. If you look at other bus below, duration are similar but the price is half. It's more like basic bus which has nothing else. You get what you pay for, so that's fair. The second website that I use is called meescape.mx. It's a purely Spanish website, but it's pretty easy to use. First, I click on Autobus. Sencillo means one way and Redondo means round trip. Key in the from and to destination, date, number of passengers. I use Mexico to Oaxaca here. Click Ver tarifas. I like this website because I can choose the departure station. Here I click Mexico TAPO. It shows the company name, departure and arrival time, duration, and arrival station. Oaxaca is very big, so it has a few stations. You need to be aware of that. Every time I go to Oaxaca City, so I just look at the station Oaxaca. When you click inside, the floor plan is pretty much the same. Okay, that's it from me. I hope this video is helpful. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye!